Welcome back to the So Far So Good podcast. My name is Christopher Coombs, and in front of me we have...
Gaurav Khazanchi. Welcome back, everybody.
It's good to see and hear all your smiling faces while you guys tune in on this beautiful sunny day. Unless you're in Melbourne, it's probably 4 seasons in one day. Is that right?
That's right. So I hope whatever weather it is, you're having a fantastic day. Now let's kick it off with the introductory questions.
All right, mine's a bit lighthearted, so I might start first on this one.
It's about time. You've been asking me some hectic questions the last few months.
Yeah, so I've calmed it down a little bit. Now, we all know that you're a sauce guy.
A sauce guy?
A sauce guy.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant sauce, like a... You mean sauce, like dipping sauce?
Yeah, dipping sauce. And we actually went out and ate... we went out to eat at a chicken restaurant last night. And I was just telling Gaurav, it was okay. Like, it was just fried chicken. And Gaurav was like, yeah, but it was all about the sauce.
It's all about the sauce, exactly.
It's not. But anyway, we'll give it to him. We'll let him have it. So my question to you is, out of every sauce you've ever eaten,
Yeah.
what is your favourite sauce?
Okay. There's this sauce at that KFC used to have. It pains me to say that they used to have it and they don't have it anymore.
KFC, okay.
It was this sweet chili mayo. The
Sweet chili mayo.
mayonnaise, yeah.
That's your favourite sauce of all time?
I think, off the top of my head, if that's the first one that's coming to my mind, I'm going to have to stick with that sauce.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And they took that off just a few months ago, yeah?
Just a few months ago.
Oh, that is rough.
Yep.
So rough.
So I know some people are just as sad as me about this, but let's hope they bring it back. I think we should sign a petition. Bring back the KFC sweet chili mayo sauce.
Why would they get rid of it? Do
Who
they not
knows?
have sweet chili twisters anymore?
No, it's gone.
So they've only got normal twisters?
Yeah, they've got a few new flavours now. Like there's a supercharged twister and...
But why would they get rid of a sauce? Like,
Yeah.
it's just a sauce. You
I
just
don't
keep it in
know.
a bottle. It's not like it's...
Yeah.
It's not like it's a product you make every day and it's wasted. Like, it pretty much lasts forever.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe it's one of those marketing things where one day they're going to be like, it's back! The sweet chili twister is back! That kind of thing. And
genius.
Maybe.
That's what you're hoping.
That's what I'm hoping. Because I would be running there for that sauce if that ever does happen.
Yeah. Yeah, solid.
So that's my sauce. Now, questions for you. It is also not serious at all. Just, I'd say like most of my questions. But I was having this conversation with some friends a little while back. Actually, the other day. Now, it's relevant because we were saying, when someone says the other day, how far back can it possibly go? Because one of them said they knew someone that would say the other day, but they were talking about a time multiple years ago.
Oh, no, that's...
Yeah, it's too much, right?
No.
So, for you personally, how far back is the other day? Maximum.
The other day, I would say you could go maximum 3 weeks.
Whoa! Okay.
Wait, is that a lot or not
I'd
much?
say that's a lot.
Really?
Because if it's more than 2 weeks, I'd say, a couple weeks ago. Or one fortnight ago.
Okay. Alright, I'll say maybe, within 2 weeks then.
Within 2 weeks?
Within 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because I was thinking, you can't say it for a few months, because I would always say, so a couple of months ago, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I would say a couple of weeks ago quite a bit.
If it's more than 2 weeks, then it's now officially a few weeks.
So let's say it has to be under 2 weeks then.
Okay. Under 2 weeks is good. I think when I was discussing, I said it's within 10 days.
Yeah.
So that works well.
So we can fix that definition in the Urban Dictionary?
Correct. Urban Dictionary probably has a completely different definition.
That's right. All right, let's get into it.
So far, so good.
All right, so thank you guys once again for tuning in. Now, I've just checked actually on the Urban Dictionary what the other day actually defines itself as.
Yeah.
And I'll read it out to you, and I think you'll be quite topically surprised. So it says, a meaningless definition of time used in reference when speaking to the past. Most typically, the other day would connote... Who says the connote?
Urban Dictionary does.
Anyway, to being as far back as a week or maybe 2.
Look, we were pretty spot on. We wouldn't
Yeah.
need to edit any of that.
We did well. We
Yeah.
did well. But
Good
it
job,
also
Urban
says that
Dictionary.
it's grossly overused.
I agree with that.
And therefore, it could clearly be defined as any time in the past by saying the other day. So, topical conversation.
It's not that topical, but pretty much.
So,
Nobody's
what we're
wrong.
saying is the actual definition of the other day is a week or two, but it's overused so much
Yeah.
that it could basically mean any day ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you could say like the other day, something happened.
you could technically say, according to that second definition, you could technically say, "Oh yeah, I was born the other day."
Yeah, you actually could. You actually could.
Okay.
But yeah, the other day, World War II finished.
Yeah, the
So-
other day, I graduated high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that was like 10 years. Relax.
Yeah, I said the other day I was born, and you didn't complain about that.
But it feels like so long ago since we finished high school, doesn't it?
Yeah, for me, it feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, actually, sorry, yeah. It feels like it wasn't that long ago, but when we actually count it up, you're
It's a long
whoa,
time. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what have I done? This is always the way I think. Like, I've done a lot, but I feel like I could have done more. That's how I always feel.
I know what you mean. It's you think about that time that has passed, and you think, what are the major key events that have happened?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to think of them,
But then, you know what? It's all about the little things.
which we tend to forget.
Yeah, exactly. So, underrated, the little things.
Exactly. And that's why we're trying to teach our soft souls out there, and anyone else that wants to listen, that you need to appreciate everything in life.
Yeah.
Some things are so underrated that we want to make you appreciate them.
Yeah.
So you can appreciate every little thing. Because you know what? It's about the journey, not the destination.
Yeah, man, that is so motivational. It's turned into such a motivational segment.
All right, let's get back into this
Let's
rubbish.
back into it. So we're not talking about underrated things today. I've got something to tell you. Actually, something that happened to me the other day.
Oh, no. Did it happen, like, when you were 5 years old?
No, I know the exact.
Oh, dude, remember the other day when you grew up in America?
It was sometime last week, so not that long ago.
Okay, so it actually was the other day.
Yeah, it was literally
Okay,
the other day.
Sweet.
So I get a text message from your brother Timothy Coombs.
Oh, Tim Coombs.
From Tim Coombs.
Oh, old mate.
Get a message from Tim, and I'm driving, and I just hear my phone ring, and then my unit sort of like it types out the message, so
Like
I can
in the
read
car?
in the car, so
It reads it out to
I can
you.
glance the message at the thing.
Wait, it reads it out or you're reading it?
No, it gives me like a snippet of what the message was. So and because it was
okay.
such a short message, I was able to read the whole message.
So, you're reading your text illegally. Continue.
No, legally, this is what I'm trying to say. It was all legal because it was within the car unit. Okay, so then it was a message from Tim saying, "Dude, you're gonna hate me." Full stop. I was like, what could you have possibly have done? So I called Tim Coombs on my car unit, and now I'm on the Bluetooth headset. I'm just trying to make it clear I was doing nothing illegal. Okay, so I called. So I'm on the phone to Tim now. And then I was like, dude, why am I going to hate you? He's like, man. He's like, okay. So he was at work. Tim was at work. This is his story. He was at work. And they were having some conversation. And somehow Tim brought Harry Potter into it. And then he said, oh, yeah, it's kind of like, I just want to shout out from now on, if you haven't seen Harry Potter or read it ever, spoilers, okay?
Look, at this point, you can't get spoiled from Harry Potter. If you haven't watched it yet, you're not going to watch it.
You think, but if you haven't, just spoilers, be careful. Okay, so then somehow in Tim's conversation, Harry Potter comes up. And then Tim says, oh yeah, it's like that time in Harry Potter when Harry dies and talks to Dumbledore and blah, blah, blah. And then the girl says to Tim, oh, Harry dies? And then Tim's like, oh, no, you know, Dumbledore dies and then this happens. And then she said, oh, I'm reading Harry Potter for the first time and I'm in the middle of the 6th book.
Oh, my God. But, wait, but if she's in the middle of reading it and doesn't want to get a spoiler, why is she asking more information?
No. See,
That's her own fault.
What I think happens, I don't think they were initially talking about Harry Potter. But I think Tim's sort of brought it in because the analogy was funny.
Yeah, so she then said, okay, does Harry die? She's asking more information. She's basically saying, spoil me more.
Yeah, look.
That's ridiculous.
But I feel like it's one of those reactions that was, it's like, oh my god, did I get spoiled? And then, without thinking, she's asked this question, what, does he die, does he?
Oh,
And then
man.
Tim was just like, you're going to hate me because I spoiled Harry Potter for someone. And I was like, yeah, look, even right now, I try not to spoil old things for people.
Oh, dude.
I felt bad for the poor guy.
Look, she's had 15 years to watch or read Harry Potter.
Yeah, but give her the benefit of doubt. Like, maybe she just didn't have the right opportunity to read or watch it. But, and you know what? It was a bit more of a stab because it's the 6th book when, the thing happens to Dumbledore. And she's in the middle of it.
Oh, where he dies?
Yeah. Sorry,
Well, we've warned about spoilers.
I've already spoiled.
We warned.
I'll put in the description, once again, the timing of when the spoilers start and when the spoilers end.
But yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. But maybe she's like some sort of Lord of the Rings person. Hopefully not. But
I mean, if she was, then she'd be a Harry Potter person too. And I think she is.
well, generally it's one or the other.
No, who said?
From my experience.
Is it because you only like
No,
Harry
from
Potter?
my experience.
So from your experience, you've met people that only like one or the other.
Yeah.
So would you say majority of the people you've met only like one or the other?
I
Because I love both.
would say it's slightly more people that like one or the other than like both.
You're going to
Slightly
need
more.
to show me some hard evidence right now.
Well, it's just based on conversations with particular people that I've had. So.
Okay, but conversations I've had, people generally like both because they both fall under the same genre.
Do you like both?
I love both.
Which one do you like better?
They're significantly different to like one or the other better.
Which one do you like better?
I like them both equally
Nah,
as
you
much.
can't say that.
I can
You
definitely
can't
say
say
that.
that.
I can like them both equally.
You can't. There's no way.
There's 100%.
You like Harry Potter more.
Let's, okay, you can pick one for me and we'll go with that.
No, you have to agree.
Alright, we'll 3, 2, 1 it, and then if we're on the
You're
same
just
one.
gonna say both. I know.
I
know.
promise I won't say both. I promise I will pick one.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Harry Potter.
Okay, that is it.
You just agreed. Nah, I know you like Harry Potter more
Why?
because I know.
Okay, well, look, with Harry Potter, I've listened to the books and I've watched all the movies. With Lord of the Rings, I've just watched the movies, so...
Yeah.
But, the story goes so much deeper in Lord of the Rings, so it's such a hard compare.
But if you tried to read Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
you would literally sleep for the rest of your life.
You're giving so much hate to these books. They're such good books. I've read half of The Hobbit before.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And that's such a small book, and they made 3 movies into
I'm
it.
not surprised you didn't finish it.
Why?
Because...
Look, I'm not surprised either. Reading you just need a lot of time for reading. I'll get an audiobook and I'll listen to The Hobbit.
But speaking of Lord of the Rings,
Yep.
have you watched Survivor yet?
Maybe,
that
maybe
season
not.
I gave you?
Have you watched Lord of the Rings yet?
The bet is you watch Survivor in order for me to watch Lord of the Rings.
All right, I'm
so
telling
have
you.
have you started it?
No, but listen, by next
He'll never watch it.
by next episode, I would have finished the whole season.
Really?
100%.
Really?
100%.
The whole season.
You know what I'll even do? I will record some snippets of me watching it for evidence, and then I will.
Wow.
We can play that back for the soft souls in the next episode.
Well, if you chuck it up on our Instagram story,
Yeah,
then everyone can hold you accountable that you're actually
that I'm
watching
actually
it.
watching it. Okay.
Yeah.
The deal is on.
So when you do finish the season,
Yes.
we haven't discussed this yet, but what is my time allocation to watch the first Lord of the Rings movie?
You'll have a week to watch all 3.
No, I'm only watching the first one.
It's all 3. It's all 3.
I can't watch all 3 in a week.
Okay, you'll have 2
There's
weeks
no
to watch all
way.
3.
2 weeks.
2 weeks to watch all 3.
So I can watch all 3 in the other day.
Thinking the same thing. Okay, now bringing back to last episode, one more thing I want to follow up on, which doesn't usually happen in the So Far So Good podcast.
Yeah, wow, I'm surprised.
So Jen was telling me, I can't believe you don't know what a doozy means. And I said,
Exactly. I couldn't believe you said that.
Yeah, okay.
I could not believe it. Everyone says that word, literally.
No, I know, but it's just one of those words where people say, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, a doozy.
Dude, even our Belgium listeners
Know what a doozy
know
is?
what it is. One
Yeah,
of them
probably.
messaged actually saying that I can't believe you don't know what a doozy is.
Yeah, of course, man. We love our Belgian listeners, and we love all our listeners, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, but now I'm just going to tell you what a doozy is, and I'm going to make sure you have the right understanding as well. What I have
So
been
did
taught...
you Google the definition or something?
No, Jen just told me.
Okay.
Okay, so what a doozy is it's a situation that's sort of a brain teaser. You know, you're like, you have to think about it. So I'm in a real doozy of a situation here. You know, one person wants a 5-bedroom villa, but one person wants a 2-bedroom villa, you know? What do I do? I'm in a doozy.
Is that how she explained it?
Kind of. You have a different definition?
Yeah. I feel like she didn't explain it that way.
Okay, what's your definition?
You could put it in that case.
Yeah.
You could put it in that way. But I was getting at, when I was saying this episode's going to be a doozy, like, it's going to be, it's almost like, it can almost be like a synonym for epic.
Dude, because that's what I got from the context, and I was telling Jen, I was like,
but
yeah, it must mean like something cool or something.
But it can also mean like, yeah, this situation is a doozy. Like, I feel like it just means, doozy means it's whatever the situation is, but on a bigger scale.
Okay.
So like, this is a tough situation. If you say, oh, this is a doozy, it means it's a really tough situation.
Okay, I know what you mean. So
it
just...
basically means anything magnified.
Okay. Pretty good. Is that your definition or is that Urban Dictionary's definition?
That would be, well, that's not any definition. That would be the way that the general public interpret it.
Do you want to? Let's also check Urban Dictionary.
Should we check?
Let's also
Urban
check
Dictionary
Urban
or the
Dictionary.
actual dictionary? Because the actual dictionary has it as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do both.
The actual dictionary says something outstanding or unique of its kind. Which is pretty much what I said. Something outstanding, whereas I was just saying something on like a bigger scale or magnified.
Yeah.
So, I guess similar.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. And
but then again, all words are changed by, the society.
Exactly. Very true.
But let's check Urban Dictionary. Now, these old mates are saying something extraordinary or bizarre.
Bizarre, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So look, both explanations are falling under the right category. Once again, nobody's wrong in this situation.
So, yeah. Should I give you I'll give you the sentence that Urban Dictionary is giving us.
Okay.
That footballer's form is a doozy. Man, that one was a real doozy. Yeah, so... They were not great sentences at all. But yeah, basically, I think we were all on the right track, apart from you, because you didn't even know what it was.
No, see, what I was taking from it was, I was honestly going down the path of, it's like something great or epic or cool. But then when I was telling Jen, that's what I gathered from the word being used around me. She's like, no, it's like, she was going more about the bizarre direction, like... It's crazy, it's weird, it's like brain teasing.
Yeah.
So
so
nobody's wrong.
The thing is, it can mean all of that.
Yeah. So like, nobody's wrong.
In society as a whole, I feel like they've made the word just an adjective for something.
For anything.
For something being magnified.
Yeah.
That's what I see
magnified in any way.
So when I said this episode is going to be a doozy, I just meant like it's going to be like crazy. It's going to be epic. It's going to be
magnified.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like it. It's all cleared up. I can start using the word officially now.
All right. So go. Hit me with a sentence using that word.
So apparently you have a doozy of an acronym for me.
I sure do. Now, we got an acronym sent in by one of our soft souls, old mate Akram.
Oh, did you really send through one? I'm excited.
Did you manage to... You didn't see that one, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, sweet. So, the acronym is FWIW.
FWIW.
Now, he said he came across it and didn't know what it was.
Okay.
And I told him, I don't know what it is either. But we will discuss in the So Far So Good podcast. So, discuss.
Okay, is there a sentence?
There is, but remember we try and get it first without. He gave us a sentence, which I've copied in, but I haven't read it.
Okay. So
I don't know how I managed to do that, but I haven't.
FWIW.
Yeah. FWIW.
For we in we for we. No, it can't be for. See, if there's F and W in it, all I remember is
free will. I win.
Free will. I win. FWIW. Okay, give me the sentence.
Okay, sentence it is. All right, so the sentence is: this shampoo is a bit expensive, but FWIW, I don't regret buying it.
Oh, okay. So I'm thinking the meaning of the actual translation of the acronym would be something like, but in hindsight, I don't regret it. So
Yeah.
FWIW. Okay, this shampoo was expensive, but FWIW, I don't regret buying it. But
This is hard.
yeah, this is actually a very hard one. I've never heard this ever.
Man, people really chuck out some dumb acronyms. I don't know why they can't just type the word.
Do you know what this one could be called an acronym.
Well played.
We're getting a bit off track here.
All right,
Can you give me the sentence one more time?
This shampoo is a bit expensive, but FWIW, I don't regret buying it.
What is a common phrase that has that same meaning?
Well, I'm trying to think, what's a common phrase where the first word starts with F? Like just...
For the win. FTW.
For the win.
If it's FW, it's throwing me off. I don't think I don't think the word is for.
See, the problem is, I can't even get the answer because we don't know the answer.
We don't know it. No. All it'll take is a lot of research.
We may have to Google it, or why don't we just call Akram and see if he can give us the answer?
Yeah, maybe Akram now has the knowledge of it.
All right, sweet.
Let's call. All right,
let's give him a call.
Hello.
Yo, Akram, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Dude, you're on the So Far So Good podcast.
Oh, shoot.
Look, man, we're following up to see if you, by any chance, have found out what your acronym FWIW means.
Oh, yeah. Should I say it?
Wait, so you know it?
Well,
Yeah, I do know it.
see, this is the problem. We've been discussing. We've used the sentence you gave us, but this is a really tough one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there another clue you could give us that would help us out?
Alright. It says FWIW.
Yeah.
So, oh. I'm trying to think on the spot.
Okay, what about if you give us a first word and we'll try and get the rest?
I feel like we'll get it
Alright.
easy from the first word, will we?
Okay.
Should we go to the last word?
Okay, give us give us a word that wouldn't make it too easy for us to guess.
Oh, okay. The last word, it's like dead giveaway.
Okay, don't give it the last word then.
I'll give it the I.
Okay, give us the
Okay.
I. It better not be I.
And it's.
It's.
Okay.
Like ITS.
Yeah.
It's well. Something. It's well.
I think you should get it from this.
But something, it's something.
Yeah.
Okay, give us that sentence again, Chris.
All right. So this shampoo is a bit expensive, but FWIW, I don't regret buying it.
For what it's worth!
For what it's
Yes! Akram, did we get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
That was a good one.
that was a really good example, actually, now that we, expensive shampoo.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
Okay, the word actually did help a lot.
Yeah.
Dude, we also, we named that acronym the acronym.
I like it.
It's good, bro. Thanks for being on the So Far So Good podcast.
And we will
good
catch
boy.
you next time.
Alright, see you later, Akram.
See ya.
Later.
For what it's worth, it's a phrase that people
Well
use.
played.
Well
That is
played.
a very, very well-known phrase.
It is
so-
very well known. I'm actually pretty sad I didn't get it initially. Yeah. Okay.
It was a hard one.
It was a hard one. All right, now Christopher Coombs.
Yes.
I know the segment we did last episode was quite popular. Well, look, I don't know how much popularity have the listeners, but it was very popular between the two of us. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, that's right. No, I did have a couple of people say they had fun playing along at
They
home.
played along, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's
Yeah.
good stuff. Now, I wanted to do the same sort of game, but I had a few movies in mind that I wanted to challenge you with.
That's right. So we did tell you guys last episode that the segment "Judge a Book by Its Cover." There's a few different types of things we're going to do.
Yeah.
Going forward with this segment.
There's so many things you could judge. We just don't judge people.
Well, maybe we will.
We won't.
Maybe we will.
I don't think we will.
Maybe we will. Who knows? But yeah. So today Gaurav's got a couple of movies.
Yes.
So we're going to look at the title and the movie cover.
Yep.
And yeah.
Okay. So I want to start off with this one movie. I've actually seen this movie. I saw this movie the other day when it was released 2 years ago. So I'm going to show you the picture and the title, which I think really throws, it's... I'm just going to show it to you. I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
So I'm going to start off showing you the cover. And now this is just one of many covers. Okay, so I'm showing you this movie cover and the title. Do you want to explain it for our soft souls?
So what we're looking at, the title is The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Now...
And what do you see in the cover?
In the cover, it looks like a hospital room, and it looks like an extremely tall room. It's huge.
It looks unnaturally elongated.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 6 times the size of a human, and we still can't see the roof yet. Now, there's a man staring at 2 hospital beds, and there's a couch in the background and a tiny bit of light coming through. So that pretty much sums up what we're looking at. But again, you guys can jump on our Instagram and see these photos, and you'll know exactly what you can play along at home and see if you can figure out what this is as well.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, I just want to ask: is the title throwing you off?
Yeah, it really is, because by the looks of the photo, it has nothing to do with a deer. So, The Killing of a Sacred Deer. So, to me, it's looking like sacred deer is... What's the word I'm looking for?
Metaphor.
Metaphor? Is it metaphor?
Metaphor? Is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's looking to me that the sacred deer is a metaphor for possibly his wife or one of his loved ones. But there's 2 of them. So, I'm going to go out on a limb and say... His wife killed his twin children because there's 2 beds. The wife's obviously not in the photo because she's in jail because she killed them. And he's just standing there. They're trying to make him look really isolated by having this tall-as room. Because his world's just been thrown upside down. Like, he's lost his wife and his children. So he's left with absolutely nothing. There's no one in the room. He's just looking at 2 blank hospital beds. And it's a sad, sad tale. The killing of a sacred deer.
Man,
how did I go?
I'm very surprised on how you went with it. It obviously is a huge metaphor. You got, I'd say, the overarching story completely wrong.
I thought I would,
but there was some aspects of it that I was like, oh look, that is kind of true. It's kind of true because I have seen this movie. I'm not going to spoil it either. So
no, you have to tell me what happens.
No, I won't tell you what happens, but I'll tell you the synopsis. The synopsis from Google, I will tell you.
Yeah. And that's what we want to do with all of them. We don't want to give a whole detail of the movie because it's too much.
Yeah, and spoilers.
We just want to give a brief overview, synopsis. A brief overview with the synopsis and...
Yeah, exactly right. Okay, so the man you see in the photo, he is the protagonist. It's Colin Farrell. He plays a doctor. Okay.
Oh, he's the doctor.
He's the doctor.
Oh,
but you were right in some aspects. Now I'm just going to read out the synopsis from Google. If you Google "Killing of a Sacred Deer" synopsis.
Okay.
Dr. Stephen Murphy is a renowned cardiovascular surgeon who presides over a spotless household with his wife and 2 children. Lurking at the
Oh,
margins.
so he has a wife and 2 children.
Yeah, he has a wife and 2 kids. Yeah, but that story about the wife killing the kids, that was next level. Lurking at the margins of his idyllic suburban existence is Martin, a fatherless teen who insinuates himself into the Doctor's life in gradually unsettling ways. Soon, the full scope of Martin's intent becomes menacingly clear when he confronts Stephen with a long-forgotten transgression that will shatter his domestic bliss forever.
Yeah, wow. Interesting.
I really liked this movie.
It does sell it quite well in the synopsis.
Yeah, extremely different movie. It's not like anything I've seen before. And it was just very, very well executed.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Are you ready for number 2?
All right, let's do it.
Number 2, I've heard about, I've seen about, I just haven't seen the movie. But I've heard good things.
Have you read the synopsis?
No, not
Do
yet.
you know the synopsis?
I don't know the synopsis, so I could potentially play along.
All right, let's do this as a team one then.
Okay.
So I'll read the thing out.
Yep.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
So the name of the movie looks to be Water for Elephants.
Correct.
As in water for elephants.
Correct.
Is
there any
no,
other
I think
ways?
I slurred the word water a
Okay.
bit too much.
Yeah,
We always do that in Australia.
Yeah,
we
we
say
slur
water.
a bit.
Water.
Water.
And
But it's
when we're overseas and we say, "Oh, can I get some water?" They never know what it is.
yeah.
So you say, yeah. So
Water.
Water for elephants.
Correct.
So at the very top, it says, "Life is the most spectacular show on earth." Then you've got a guy and a girl like holding each other, almost like in a dance. And in the background, there's like an elephant with some sort of design on its head, so it looks to me like a circus. On the other side of them, it looks like a building that's like the entrance for the dressing room.
Does it
for the
look like a
circus.
train to you?
Somewhat.
Okay,
But I feel like it's like the dressing room or something.
okay.
So it looks to me like to me, it looks like a musical movie.
Okay.
Are you thinking that too?
So the guy and the girl, the guy is Robert Pattinson, and the girl is Reese Witherspoon. I just thought I should mention that because, they're quite well-known actors.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it also says April 22. That's when it was released.
I think that was the release. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gathering from this is either one or both of them. Okay, I'm going to say one of them. To me, I'm going to say Robert Pattinson is a runaway guy, and he's joined the circus. He meets Reese Witherspoon at the circus, falls in love with her, and, as a symbolic gesture alongside the whole movie, there's an elephant that's part of this circus, and they really grow a strong connection and have a strong bond with this elephant, and they eventually fall in love with each other. And there's obviously a villain that doesn't like Robert Pattinson because he equally loves Reese Witherspoon, and he's also seen in this poster on the side there with an evil, villainous look.
Okay, so I have a couple of things the same, but a couple of things different. So
tell me.
I like the start part where you said he runs
runaway
away
guy.
and joins the circus and meets her. Now, from this, it looks to me that they do some sort of performance together in the circus.
Okay. Because they look so intimate together, you mean?
Yep.
Okay.
So they do some sort of performance in the circus. Now, throughout this circus journey, they build a strong connection with this elephant, and they don't appreciate the way that the circus is treating this elephant, so they take the elephant and leave the circus.
I really like that end bit you've thrown in.
Yeah, because that guy in the background looks like, he looks evil.
Yeah.
And he looks like the kind of guy that would, I guess that's what they all do in the circus. They beat animals.
Yeah.
So I think the couple have built a strong connection with this elephant. They've taken the elephant from the circus and made a, more ethical life for this animal.
You know what? Actually, touching on another detail, another reason I think Robert Pattinson is a runaway one, but I also think he's not part of the show. Because just look at the way they're dressed. Reese Witherspoon is very elegant, looks like she's part of the show. Rob Pattinson looks very dirty, like maybe he works behind the scenes.
Yeah, but that could be his character in the show.
Could be,
well.
But what I'm thinking is maybe he has a closer connection to the elephant. Like maybe he's like an animal caretaker or something, or like a vet or something. And because like he's it looks like the way he's dressed looks like he takes care of the animals and he really initiated the start of this bond. Yeah, look, that's it could be like the other movie. What if elephants? It could be a complete metaphor, killing the sacred deer.
But there is an actual elephant.
There is a real elephant.
So I reckon it has got to do with that. All right, let's check the synopsis because I'm
okay.
pretty interested to see what this is about.
Here we go. Jacob Jankowski, which is Robert Pattinson, a veterinary student. Oh my god!
My god!
A veterinary student is close to graduating when a terrible tragedy forces him to leave school. With nowhere else to go, he hops on a passing train and finds it belongs to a travelling circus. Jacob takes a job as an animal caretaker. Oh my god!
Wow!
And meets Marlena, Reese Witherspoon, a beautiful circus performer.
Yep.
Their shared compassion for a special elephant named Rosie leads to love, but August, Christopher Waltz, Marlena's cruel husband, stands in their way.
Oh,
dude,
so that guy in the back is the husband.
I actually can't believe how spot on we got that.
Wow.
He's a runaway guy. He ends up being the caretaker of the animal. He was studying, veterinary, whatever. The guy does love Reese Witherspoon, maybe because he's the husband. It probably was a train. And they fall in love over this bond of an elephant.
Yeah, wow.
We both pretty much said that.
With that, after reading that synopsis, that's a really good cover for the movie.
It's fantastic. Like,
such a good cover.
We literally judged that movie from the cover, and we've got it, I'd say 90% spot on.
Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that.
Well done. I couldn't even tell that was Christopher Waltz. He's such a good actor. Yeah.
Totes.
You don't know who he is, do you?
No. I've probably seen him in things, but...
You've definitely seen him. That's probably our most successful one so far.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. One more movie cover?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, now, so this third movie you've actually chosen.
Yeah, so I just randomly searched for random movies.
This is a random selection.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the movie is called October Sky. I think it was released in 1999. That looks like a young Jake Gyllenhaal. And then it's got some girl I don't recognize. And I hope it's young Jake Gyllenhaal. They have a very, very, he looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay, now the cover. October Sky is written at the top. And then, oh my god, apparently it's based on an extraordinary true story.
Which I love. Yeah. I love a good true story.
You love a good true story. Now, these two people, the young gentleman and the young lady, both their faces are shown sort of, taking up most of the poster. They both got a very happy expression on their face, and they're looking upwards. Now, behind them in the background, you can see the night starry sky with the moon in the corner, a full moon.
Yeah. And
then sort of faded in, sort of superimposed into the picture, you see like an old countryside with some sort of structure on the left, and then you see a man standing up straight. You see his whole body, and he's looking up into the sky.
Yeah, and he's wearing like an old style kind of suit.
He's definitely wearing older clothes, and there's these power lines behind him. It's one of those movie posters where like three things are happening at once, and it's like, layered on top of each other.
It looks like, to me, it's some sort of love story.
To me, it looks like it's some sort of scientific discovery.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, firstly, it's called October Sky. They're all looking up into the sky, and I feel like it's the discovery of some sort of special comet or some new sort of life-changing discovery.
Or is it because the colours on it, it's like yellow and red, and it looks like pretty crazy sky.
Yeah, it's like when the sun's setting and you got that yellow-orange twinge.
But it also looks like a crazy sky, so it looks like it could possibly be some sort of tornado coming. Like
no, they're too happy.
Too happy?
They're definitely too happy for that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a...
Well, the fact that they look happy was what made me think originally that it looks like a love story. But then the guy at the bottom throws me off.
Yeah,
who's he?
There may be a love aspect to the story, but I don't think that's the main storyline. What I think is... Okay, this is what I'm thinking. This young Jake Gyllenhaal is a scientist, in particular astronomy. One of the space ones. And then he is trying to discover, how to see the moon clearly through a telescope that is accessible through his home. Now, I feel the lady finds out about his research, endeavors, comes alongside with him, and then they discover, and they are very successful by the end of it in his journey to find out how to look at the moon clearly through these telescopes.
Interesting.
That is my takeaway.
I'm going to say completely different.
Okay.
I'm going to go with my gut and go with the love story thing. Now, I'm thinking these two have gone through some really, really hectic stuff.
Okay.
And what makes them happy is when they're together, they're looking up at the October sky.
Okay.
Especially when they're looking at the sunset. So I think they love looking at the sunset because it makes them feel happy when they've gone through such extraordinary things in their lives, but come out with such a strong love bond.
Okay. Should we read the synopsis?
Let's do it.
All right, I'll read out for you. October Sky synopsis. John Hickman, Chris Cooper, is a West Virginia coal miner who loves his job and expects his son, Jim, who is played by Scott Miles, and Homer, who is played by Jake Gyllenhaal. I was right about Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well done.
To follow in his footsteps. But Jim gets a football scholarship, and Homer becomes interested in rocket science after seeing Sputnik 1 crossing the sky. John disapproves of his son's new mania, but Homer begins building rockets with the help of friends and sympathetic teacher Laura Dern, who is a lady. Rocketry, he hopes, will prove his ticket to a better life.
Interesting.
You were totally wrong.
So that must have been... Was that the parents then?
So the young Jake Gyllenhaal is one of the sons, and Laura Dern is the teacher that helps him.
Yep.
So definitely not a love story. Definitely not a scientific
Well, you
discovery
never know.
story.
The teacher and the student, you never know.
Look, these things happen. This kind of seems like an interesting movie to watch as well.
Yeah, it kind of does, actually.
We still have to watch the story of Anne, or whatever it's called. What was it called?
Anne of Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables, that's right.
Yeah, we do have to check that one out.
Okay, look, those are some pretty good movies to judge. I do want to watch Water for Elements now.
Maybe we should, instead of watching Lord of the Rings, we watch these movies.
That means I don't watch Survivor either.
No, you still have to watch Survivor.
I'm actually very keen to watch Survivor.
No, yeah, you trust me, your life will be better after watching Survivor.
Okay, I will update you on that. And
it's a guarantee.
It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
It's a guarantee.
By next episode, I will at least be halfway through the season.
But I'm giving you a guarantee that your life will be better after you watch it.
Okay, I'm going to hold you to that guarantee.
Sweet.
Okay, thank you guys so much for listening. We really hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Remember to stay tuned. Hit us up on our Instagram, So Far So Good Podcast.
And we will catch you on the next one.
Goodbye.